As we welcome back the certified financial planner, Ben Reiter from Kingdom Financial Group. We have the logo here. We have the logo on our window. We have the logo imprinted on your forehead.
I didn't sign up for that.
Right. How are you?
I'm good, but I'm not a tattoo guy.
No, that's right. You're not gonna get the lion as a tattoo.
I'm old enough.
Get inked up.
That sounds like an old guy, but I'm old enough to. Tattoos were not cool when I was little. Still.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah. Shady
rebels
goes for the ink.
Rebels. But you remember the sports guys? Athletes, NBA. A few of those that would come out and they'd be tons. Remember Dennis Rodman was so wild, and then
now LeBron.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging.
No, absolutely.
But
not.
I ain't getting one either.
Well, I mean, okay, this is going to be out of left field.
Okay,
but let's talk about when people want to make investments in things that maybe are not. They're not needs, but they're wants. Okay, and so like ink or like a really good set of golf clubs or skis or they really are addicted to going on cruises. I shouldn't say addicted, but they really enjoy cruises.
Yeah.
I mean, how does that fit when you're trying to keep your financial plan going?
Well, you're talking to a financial advisor, so you used the wrong term. Because you said, how does it fit when people want to make these investments and other things? And I go, those aren't investments.
Oh.
An investment is something with the expectation that it's going to have a return, right? And if you're talking to a financial advisor, that would be a monetary return in some shape.
Right.
To me, those are more financial goals or discretionary spending with some of those things. So they can be kind of short-term goals, but they're definitely not investments. Kind of like financial advisors would say that a car is almost never an investment,
right?
Because that expectation is that it's going to go down in value. You're going to use it, right?
I mean, what about, okay, let's just face it. What about that Gen Xer?
Yeah.
We'll tease you guys. That's just aspiring for that really cool Mustang or Camaro or something like that. That's totally unnecessary. A total. What do you tell them? I really would love to get that Camaro.
It's a financial goal. I mean, I'm kind of a believer in using our finances because we're only given one life, right? There are things that are fun, or some people, to one person would be really dumb. Not everybody wants to buy the Mustang. Right. Some people really like it, or whatever vehicle it is. Yeah. And you go, well, but as long as we're accomplishing that goal appropriately and within a plan of some kind, and we're doing other financial things, then the financial advisor doesn't have any problems with it.
Mm-hmm. See, I have boring goals like I want new windows. I mean, Shady, I mean, that's not a terrible goal, is it?
No, I just did that.
You just, I mean,
it's so boring, but it needed to happen.
Exactly. I mean, but that's more. I mean, again, this is not a place of shame. It's right. It is, but it is. That might get you some return. Windows supposedly are very good investments. Yeah, they hold your house.
Maybe they hold value. Maybe they increase it. Right. You don't tend to make money on it, though, do you?
No.
Yeah, it holds the value.
Holds
right.
Value.
You break it down. It depends on how technical you want to be. Whether it's, but to me, those are short term and like maintenance things. Let's say Windows. Yeah, that should be part of your annual budget too. Maybe not the whole thing, but a maintenance budget is inside of cash flow as well.
Well, yeah, if you have a 20-year roof, technically, or 15-year roof.
Technically, set aside a little bit of money every year.
Okay, I know my roof's gonna be 10 grand, so a little bit every year.
So where people run into problems is when they do stuff like spur of the moment. All of a sudden I'm thinking, I want to buy this car, and next month you do it without being prepared for it. You know what I mean? Or
all right, well, what do I need to prepare? I mean, again, you could go out there and hit a deer and get your car totaled and then
Yeah.
you got to have it right now.
So how do we prepare for that? How should you do it? You should have car insurance.
Well,
okay,
of course,
you
yeah.
hit it. I got an explanation for everything you come up with. Right?
Okay.
That's a different
this
one.
is a great
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
What kind of car insurance? You're not going to buy the cheapest, non-tort, are you?
That's
Or-
a fun question. Yeah. My explanation there would be that every person, as we go through life, needs different types of auto insurance. Okay, is that somebody who's just starting out in life and doesn't have any net worth needs different insurance than their 55-year-old parents who've been setting money aside for the last 30 years and actually have net worth. So their car insurance should look different. The policies that they have should look different. Different types of houses in different areas need different insurance. So it's not as simple like, what kind do I need, without looking at your own situation.
And it's not necessarily set and forget it.
No, as you go through life, you're going to need different types, right? And so that's why I'm personally, I can say this, I'm a fan of having a good auto or homeowner's agent, which I'm not one of those things.
Right, you don't
I
do
like having that capability kind of in just in case. I'll pay a little bit more money if I know that I have an agent I can talk to every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that can give me advice and say, hey, yeah, your situation changed. I got it coming up in a couple years. I have a 13-year-old in my house almost in October. I'm pretty horrified of what's going to happen to my car insurance in the next couple of years.
That's right.
And he's got 3 siblings coming behind him. I'm going to need some advice.
When does the emergency fund kick in? So is it when the dishwasher just explodes and it's not going to run anymore, or does it kick? Can you use it like, geez, these look so ugly now, and I want to, do a revamp of my kitchen.
That's cool. No, good example. No,
I mean, seriously,
it's the emergency. Right, I would encourage people to treat that differently. The wants or the needs sort of thing. Okay, I want to redo the kitchen because it's so ugly. Isn't an emergency. Right? It's broken and I can't use it. That's an emergency. This was expected and we need it. Right? If I don't like the look of it, well, then start saving for it. It's really basic. I know it sounds grandpa-ish,
right?
But you go, no, that is the point. Your emergency fund's not there for discretionary type wants. It's there because something bad is going to happen, or something unexpected is going to happen at some point, and it would be better to have that than to go into credit card debt.
Yeah.
At that time, right?
But I mean, let's say the refrigerator explodes. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be the time where you start collecting the nice coordinated appliances. So we're going to start with the refrigerator, then we're going to save up for the stove and the dishwasher.
Yeah, right. I mean,
and with the idea that they're all going to be GE profile or whatever, LG or Samsung or whatever.
Right.
I don't think, can we just say you don't need an AI-driven refrigerator?
I always debate.
Shady, does your refrigerator talk to you?
It does not.
Okay, thank you.
And I just got a new refrigerator pretty recently,
Right.
and I did not want an AI refrigerator.
That's right.
Just for fun, my wife and I stopped at a place in Cleveland a couple weeks ago. We went to this very expensive appliance store because it's on her mind. In the next couple years, we might be doing kitchen stuff. And holy cow, is there different types of refrigerators out there?
Yeah.
The one I like is the one that looks like a wall. And you push on it and the door pops. Wow, just the little boy in me goes, well, that's cool, Batman.
Yeah. There are neighborhoods that if you don't have a Sub-Zero refrigerator, you don't rank.
It's a bit much for the financial advisor goes, I mean, you gotta be reaching your other goals before that's appropriate.
Right. Well, I like where this is going because honestly, it's needs and wants. It's needs and wants. It's emergencies versus what are we going to prepare for. Again, you're not advocating that we're not allowed to have any fun.
Correct. Oh, no. Fun should be part of any financial plan. Otherwise, it starts to fall apart, too. We talk about real life things, about health and stress and those sort of things. I mean, having a balance in your discretionary spending is very important to get to the point. There are some personalities out there that teach finance in this country, big personalities, who kind of stress of like buckling down for a time. and say, okay, we're going to knock this out in the next year or two, right? I go, yeah, that can make sense because that actually becomes fun. How that works.
The gazelle
sometimes.
intensity.
Right. They see it and they get addicted to it, and that is the fun, right? And they try to sell you on that of making that fun.
Yeah.
But is that true forever, to live in that high stress situation of we got to achieve this next goal? No, I would argue a more balanced approach eventually. There are times to really buckle down with your finances and take it very seriously, and you'll reap the rewards. But I don't think there's anybody that can do that healthy wise for 30, 40 years. You know what happens is when people become extremely tight with their money.
Yeah.
Is that's what they ended up. We have an old word for that. That's how people become misers, right? They never let it go.
That's really not a that is not a healthy approach to cash,
right? Because you reach this point where, I mean, everybody's heard those stories where you reach this point where you're just a hoarder for money. Is that healthy either? No. So there's an in between. So when you say I'm not saying you can't have any fun with your money, right? No, you should build that into, because that's part of being a healthy human being. Okay?
Right. Oh, yeah.
Is that there's a level to everything.
This is good stuff. All right, but sometimes let's talk about some older folks. Sometimes like there's unexpected surprises to the good. I think there's a lot of folks that are in the market. Mm-hmm. And they've been having a couple good years, like
yeah, when you're talking about
especially older folks, 65 plus, 70, 72 plus.
Yeah.
They're able to be more generous than they thought they might be able to at this moment.
Right. Yeah, it's an odd, fun time to talk about it when you're having the good years, because it's been 3, almost 4 years of good market growth inside of the
since
portfolio.
Like 23, right?
It's just a reminder, really. Yeah, 22 was kind of the end of the recession, but 23 is when we're climbing out of it. Of seeing good returns, but being able to reset as a CFP, a certified financial planner. It's all about, did the goals change? Because we're aware of we won't always have huge years. The market isn't going to go up in the mid-teens every single year. I like saying that right now of the fact that, hey, we're having good years. I don't expect that always. I expect it sometimes, right? So it is helping to get to goal levels, but you have an eye to the future that sometimes the market's down. It's not always going to be there, but how does it align with the current goals? So can we use some of the money for fun? Depending on the age too, of, well, when are we going to use the money?
Can I throw something out at you again? We're a little bit age difference here.
Yeah, a lot of difference.
I've had too many. a lot of difference. Thank you. I've had too many friends of mine, though. They hit retirement, and something happens, and they're not able to enjoy what they thought retirement would be. Either they lose their life, they die early, or
health issues,
they have health issues and things. What do you say about this concept of, again, you guys are planners.
Yeah.
You got your retirement. Let's say you're going to retire at 67, the official Social Security retirement age. Should you, before you do that, before you say, get the gold watch and leave, should you have a plan for, hey, I'm going to try to make the most of these next 3 to 5 years? Because you don't know that if at 72, if you have a hip replaced or something happens. I mean, the younger you are, the easier it is to kind of have the fun you've been waiting for all these years.
So the people that plan well have the most flexibility in retirement, in my opinion. The people that think about it ahead of time and actually have a plan in place and have goals in place is that they're able to make those decisions. I see a few different things, just like you're talking about in retirement, is that it's a stressful time. It's kind of an interesting time in the back of our mind. Sometimes we're excited, but their psychology of money is kind of, people have talked about how retirement in a way in our brains is like grieving. is that it actually affects us in a way that we're giving up something, which is our career or what's going on.
Sure.
And so if you think about that, the first year, it's different time of length for everybody. That's why I'm a big fan around retirement today of talking about a sabbatical period of when you retire, is that you take 6 to 18 months where you do not commit to anything long term. Okay.
Wow.
Because at that point, your brain is not necessarily working chemically the same way it was the year before, right? And so people can make interesting decisions when they're going through grieving times or big changing times, right? And so those first couple years of retirement are really fascinating for a financial advisor to see how people react to it, because it can stress some people out. Some people, just go from this period where they've got a paycheck, they're putting money away, and now they stop, they don't have a paycheck, and now it's all on them. They have to use their money that they've saved for 30, 40 years. And so some people, it becomes very tight almost of
Right.
like, I don't know if we're going to be okay, so I want to hold on, right? And so planning ahead or doing things like annual meetings to sit down and think about it and set my goals, that can be helpful because it's like a little checkup to say, are we still okay? Are we fine?
Yeah.
What do we want to do this year? There's a fine balance, excuse me, because I have to talk to people about sometimes is that we've reached the point where, the next 5 years, we planned for this. We know you want to go do things. We know you want to go see people. We know you wanted to redo the back porch. We planned for that. It's still hard to spend the money sometimes, but I've had a few where it was, hey, we're going to go do this big trip, but it's a lot of money. And I'm retired. I've never spent that much money in my life.
Right, yeah.
Can we? And one of the questions sometimes is, would you do that trip 5 years from now or 10 years from now? And if the answer is no, are we going to, maybe we should think about doing it. Right.
Maybe it's more important to do it now.
So I don't try to encourage people to shift their whole spending habits, but we can look at what the responsible levels are, because there still is unexpected costs later on in life. Things around like long-term care or needing help doing different things. So we can't necessarily like blow through all the money, because that would be one of my fears, is if you go kind of hog wild in your 60s and 70s and you spend all the money.
Right.
Who's going to give you the money in your 80s?
Yep.
You're going to go back to your kids and tell them now they got maybe, but that's not there for everybody too. So again, balancing everything, balancing your budget on the fun money, balancing the retirement spending, and being comfortable knowing where you're at, and annual checkups, whether it's by yourself or with an advisor or somebody like that, is key. So without advice or without an opinion, what it sometimes does to people is they just ignore it.
Yeah.
And it creates that stress level in the background again, and they're hoping and praying that they're going to be okay, instead of knowing, because you can know, which is supposed to be actually freeing. Advice, just like go all the way back down the financial spectrum back to budgeting, which budgeting sometimes for people, when they have problems with it, they're scared of it, and it's a dirty word.
Right.
They don't like, I don't want to think about a budget, right? A budget's not supposed to be restricting. It's actually supposed to be freeing. It's supposed to put your mind at ease that, hey, I know that I'm taking care of the things I have to every month. Right. So if I want to go out and get a burger, it's fine. Yeah. It's supposed to be free. If we want to go on vacation in October, we've got it budgeted out. We're fine. It's supposed to make you feel better about it, not in the back of your mind, are we going to be okay because we went on vacation? No, you plan ahead.
We just have a couple minutes left with Ben Reiter, but I want to, again, it's easy for me to always want to talk about retirement, but let's pull it back to the young family. Again, now the kids are back to school, but maybe something to think about for next summer or for the Christmas break. What's a best practice for a young family? Money's, always tight, but you're trying to make memories, or you're trying to make life good for the kids and the family, the young family.
Yeah.
Give us some advice that way.
Well, when you're trying to make memories or give a good life or stuff, that sounded bad. I think today it's easy to actually to do research and set expectations on what things cost.
Yeah.
Right. And when you look at a vacation, let's go to an easy example when you talk about, Christmas break or summer or presents and that sort of thing. I'm telling you, nobody looks ahead. They make the decision in the moment of it comes to November and we're going to buy gifts, and holy cow, it would be nice if we got this $500 Lego set.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And they just do it without researching ahead of time and going, wait. How does this actually affect us? Or vacations. You think in your mind, you want to go to the Bahamas or somewhere else and go, well, do the research ahead of time. Figure it out, because it creates a good goal, right? And so if you do the research ahead of time, and you can do the trip if you plan ahead. I know I'm beating the horse here today, but it's just setting, and no one does that. Nobody thinks ahead and goes,
look and see how many overtime hours it would take.
Right.
To pay for that trip.
And then you know why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Now you know why you're working hard, and it's easier to do the work.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
It's easier to go to work every day if you know why you're doing it.
You got to have a plan.
What the goal is, right?
How to get hold of you.
Hey, give us a call. We're Kingdom Financial Group. We're in downtown Erie. The number is 814-836-5234. We're right on West 6th Street, and you can look up Kingdom Financial Group online.
Beautiful. Ben Reiter. Always a pleasure. Again, this was like absolutely ad lib, but
Yep.
we, even when we didn't have a plan, we had a plan.
We're there.
Thank you, Ben.